Hello everyone, I am Silverette and today we're doing a new demo. Today's demo is Blaze for Hire and as usual we're going right into it. Game. Okay, Pinzer. Childhood dreams. Okay. To be a mercenary? To go out and fight. Wait, no, and those of you who pass all my trials shall be granted the great honor of serving me. Oh, to serve someone? And the entire house of Earth. What is your name? Ben. Just Ben, my lord. Very good, Ben. Why are you here? To pass the trials, and enter your service, my lord. Wonderful, Ben. Answer me one more question. Who let you in here? Oh. Remove this bastard piece of shit from my courtyard right now. Well, he looks kind of well, extremely rude. What? Why? What did I do wrong? No! I guess he grew up. What's the matter, Ben? Lost something at the bottom of the mug. No, Sophia. I'm waiting for one deep enough to drown in. And how long will this go on? Until the money from the sold sword and armor runs out. After that, I have to borrow from you. Okay. What's all that noise? Is there some kind of celebration today? The poor are mocking the suffering of the rich. Last night, an aristocrat's estate burnt down. Nothing left but ashes. The aristocrat was the Urs you know so well. Truly a celebration. No one survived. What a pity. It suffered that good for nothing, the youngest of Urz's heirs. What a pity. The boy can't seem to grow out of playing with soldiers, but now, instead of picking elite guardsmen, he hires our sort of rabble. He's founded a guild and takes on tasks from all kinds of wealthy folk. But you said the estate was reduced to ashes. He has nothing left. Does it take a lot? A couple of coins, a few connections. He probably dreamed of doing this since childhood. Did you have a dream when you were a kid? I wanted to become a court knight. And you became a drunk. Go wash up or something. You reek of month-long bender. I thought we were going to be Ben. I guess not. A couple of coins, a few connections, you say? Blaze for hire. Hey boy, want to make a bit of coin? Or hey boys. Okay. This is the map of the province of Corinth, where the events of this story unfold. So there is a continuous story. I love it. The buttons at the top of the interface let you control the flow of time. You can also use the spacebar to pause. And the plus and minus keys to adjust the game speed. One sec. To avoid bankruptcy, keep an eye on the clock. Mercenary wages are paid every week. Money is earned through hard, sometimes dishonorable and ruthless work. Yet it flows away in a swift stream, mostly to pay the wages of dishonorable and ruthless mercenaries. Your primary source of income is completing missions. All currently available missions appear on the map as scroll icons. Okay. Some have a preset difficulty level, which is indicated by the color of the ribbon. Mercenary positioning plays a crucial role in combat. It's easy to guide that It's easy to guess that those with higher defense stats should go in the front row, while ranged attackers or mages are best kept in the back. Okay, that's basics. Assigning mercenaries for some missions is quite easy. Just click on their portraits and drag them with the mouse. Aside from running missions, you also need to manage your organizations. For that, you rely on a team of specialists, each with their own role. To interact with them, click the To the Tavern button or use the corresponding icons on the map. Okay, let's look at our mercenaries. Heroin, Bristoff. I think we're paused. There's no, okay. A peasant, volunteer, valor +1, -1, courage +5. Courage, lawfulness, mercy. Charisma, intelligence, agility, strength. Endurance, 3 of 1%. Attack, critical hit chance. Shayna Sanford, you're an archer. A poacher, convenient target. Child of Woods. Rolf Willard, apostate priest. Anatomy expert, selfless. Wound dressing. Robert Becker, mage. Magic missile, composure. Morale is not affected by allies dying or being critically hit. That actually sounds really good. Okay. What's the... Restores all party members 10 health points lost in battle. Some of them are already... You're already... Okay. Malachi Raider. Reckless Strike. Cruelty. Mercenary Soldier. Hugh Roswell. Find weakness. Severe injury. You're already hurt. Edelyn Cantrell. Opportunism. Alley Cutthroat. Attacks the target with the lowest health. Ignoring obstacles requires a dagger or bow must be in the front row. Oh. What's your dex? Oh, do we have a defense? Courage? That's not, that wasn't that. Strength, agility 9. Maybe that's gonna deal with it. And Clifford Clark, deserter. Deals damage equals to strength. Stuns the opponent for 1 round, recharges 2 rounds, requires a shield. Verbal counting. Morale +25 if allies outnumber enemies at the start of battle. Okay. Didn't tell us what to do. Harsh interrogation. Alright, scroll does what scroll does. Decent map. Which hill? The quartermaster, the bouncer, Ben is the boss. Sophia's the manager. Luis is the agent. You, maybe 8's the max? Tutorial. Map and time. The pool of potential recruits is refreshed weekly. Level, equipment, and traits to dismiss and unwanted. We could dismiss it on the hero's window or simply send them into a battle they're unlikely to survive. Wow, that's funny. Stats. Yeah, health is something we don't need. Loyalty reflects a mercenary's dedication to the organization. Are they willing to die in battle, or will they choose to retreat? Will they keep working with you, or would they keep working with you, or start looking for a new employer? Take care of your people so these questions never have to come up. Strength increases the damage dealt. We know that. Agility is okay. That is defense. crit hit chance and the initiative order. Intelligence spells for mages won't be useful for someone who sometimes can even be detrimental. Okay. Charisma helps avoid unnecessary conflicts, but it won't help much once the fighting starts. Mental influence if mental stats influence how a mercenary's loyalty changes during quest decisions. For example, when making illegal choices, mercenaries with high lawfulness above 5 will lose loyalty. Mercenaries with low lawfulness will gain some loyalty. Bravery also affects morale during battle. Attacks determine the damage dealt. Defense, extra points in combat. Paid weekly. Late payment still of a serious blow. We have 50. How much are you? Okay, it said 19 planned expenses. So is that the... Why are you 0? That's okay. 1, 0. That's 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So where's the 19 coming from? The manager? Steward. Oh, it's okay. It's not happening right now, but training. Let's train him. You're a peasant. Strength 8, agility, intelligence, charisma, valor. Wait, wage is -1. What? I do want to do you for sure. Two-handed, hardening. Oh. No idea, but okay. That needs to be fixed. Let's do... What are you using again? Is that two-handed? No, it's 1. Does it show two-handed? 1, 1, 1. Yeah, there's a modifier for two-handed. Okay. Let's try this again. Hardening. Train. Oh, I could have put more. Oh, well, it's fine. And you have... let's do the frontline people. You're two-handed. Blade has seen better days. Malachi. You're using a rusty claymore. Nah. Let's do... agility. Iron mill. Endurance. Sandals. Oh, I just realized it. The stats on the right is shown. Let's do this one. Bye. Did it go to him? Do. Yes, it did. Okay. And then you need some kind of defense. What are you? Refugee. You. Oh no, that's expensive. Nope. Okay. Let's go to the map. I guess we're doing the harsh interrogation. The miraculously surviving aristocrat appears to be completely lacking in imagination. His organization is simply called the Guild and is based in Swanford, the town closest to the sacked Earth's estate. It would be wise to find out how these people conduct their business, and Louise already has a potential source in mind. Ali the Short, rumored to have been expelled from the guild for incompetence, is known to frequent the Dancing Bear Tavern, where he drinks heavily on a regular basis. A team needs to be sent to negotiate with him. Oh, so I guess we are Ben. Negotiations. You. Sure. Do we see charisma, intelligence? I think that's the main thing we need to look at. 6, 3, 5, 6. A deserter. Let's do the mercenary soldier. Let's do the... What are you? You're a cutthroat. You have to be front row. A priest. Now the deserter or the refugee. The refugee needs to be healed. Wait. Let's go back to the tavern. Can we heal some people? Where is he? Oh, you. I'm guessing not. All right. Shane Poacher. The cutthroat. The mage. The priest. Six and 3, 6 and 6, 6 and 7. So I may take the mage out actually. Oh wait. You need to go in front. We'll bring Shayna. Mercenary. I guess we're bringing the deserter. Okay. Oh, man. I was like, what is this? Mana. Okay. All right, 11, 12. Okay. The mercenaries arrive at the inn at the height of the evening. The place is crowded and noisy, and the target is drinking alone at the corner table. Let's wait for it to close. Wait, really? What was this? Oh, time was going. The mercenaries wait until late at night. When the last guests are finally sent home, after following Ali for a few blocks, the party cuts him off in a dark alley. Shorty bumps into one of the party members, loses balance, and falls into roadside ditch. With some grumbling, the mercenaries hauled the drunkard out, trying not to get too muddy in the process. Interrogate. The former mercenary seems completely deranged. It's unclear if he even knows where he is. Instead of answering, he mutters unintelligibly. We can't bring in any of this. There's no other options. Interrogate harshly. After taking out some of their frustration on the unresisting drunk, the party realizes this isn't going to work. The man's eyes roll back and he clearly passes out. Try to bring him around. Dragging Charlie to the nearest well, the mercenaries dump a bucket of cold water on his head. Miraculously, it works. The drunkard straightens up, blinking in shock, and looks around in confusion. Interrogate. Shivering from cold and fear, Ali barely manages to answer a few questions before heavy footsteps echoes behind the party. Turning around, the mercenaries see a trio of city guards appearing on the scene at the worst possible moment. With hands on their weapons, the guards demand to know what kind of misconduct is occurring before them. Technically, they're in the right. The max success depends on the max charisma of the party. You're 7. Enter negotiations. Oh, that showed that the max was 7. The guards doesn't seem to buy the story about helping the drunk friend. Judging by the weapons they draw, the negotiations are over. Let's attack. Drawing their weapons. Oh, that's not good. The mercenaries launch a sudden attack. The guards raise their swords to meet them. Before combat, you can assign a tactic to each mercenary. During battle, tactics can be changed at any time, but the change will only take effect once that mercenary turns come around. Morale changes throughout the battle based on different factors, like using certain tactics or landing a critical hit. Morale reflects a fighter's willingness to stay in the fight. For example, at 90, there's a 10% chance the fighter will retreat on their own. A fighter with 100% morale more is guaranteed to stay in battle, assuming they're still alive. Okay, so that's the... Depending on the circumstances, battles may have modifiers. Set up an ambush, allow mercenaries to perform an extra opening round of attacks. Ambushed. A brawl. Always ends without lasting injuries to the mercenaries. Bribed egos don't count. Combat can be sped up, slowed down, or paused. Okay. Guess that's it. Okay, you are random target. Be selected for their attack. Oh wait, I don't know what this means. You're gonna shield bash. Oh, this is the actual action. Okay, got it. Opportunist. Requiring a board. Let's do sure. Magic missile. And there we go. Okay. Oh, this is the otter, maybe? Oh, it is. Sure. Hey, what? Convenient. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. All right. There we go. Victory leather gloves. Health down, health down, health down. After subduing the guards, the mercenaries quickly leave the scene. They drag the stumbling drunk with them into a dark alley before moving on, return to the interrogation. Left without potential saviors, Shardy quickly spills all the information the party was after. Mission accomplished. As they part ways, the mercenaries ask why people called the informant Shardy, since he's actually average height. He mutters something about it not being about height and walks off looking rather sad. Aw. The recruitment window displays all characters currently available for hire. Fresh weekly. Yeah. So there's missing unwanted employee. Okay. Before we go back, let's give those gloves to the refugee. Because you had nothing. Wait, can we do it here? I'm guessing not. Interesting. Is there not an inventory? What is this? Oh, guess nothing. Okay. The tavern? 55. There has to be a way. Quartermaster. Oh, there it is. Okay, this is our storage. I was giving it to Art Hugh. Oh, never mind. This is way easier. Okay. Now, can we rest here? I wonder how resting works. Okay, let's go to day 3 until something pops up, I guess. Hardening is done. Still no idea what that did. Where are you? Not you. Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, there's 2. We can do the warehouse heist, the catch the uncatchable. A poster with the distinctive features of a notorious thief known as Crooked hangs outside the city guard post. There's a reward for catching the villain. It sounds like a good way to earn some coin. And then, since the business has yet to gain momentum and every coin counts, Louise suggests borrowing a small batch of weapons from one of the local warehouses. Judging by what we know about the quantity of the guards, the equipment won't be anything special, but it will do for now. I wonder if we can... Okay, first, can we get more recruits? Retired scribe, a robber, wandering monk. What's your morale? Peasants. A robber. You're really intelligent. Retired scribe. Let's do. Oh no, we are full. Okay. We're catching a thief. So I'm gonna take everybody with. Where's the morale again? Morale or mercy, lawfulness. Lawfulness 2, lawfulness 5. Throw in. Oh, here it is. Let's take the main ones that has 5 or more lawfulness with us for sure. The priest, obviously. The peasants. Oh wow. The mage. 3, 2. And Sasha. And with this one, mercenary. We have no one on the back row, on the back line. Oh, but we can do that. Let's see who makes it first. I wonder if we can increase the. You're gonna make it first. The party arrives at a warehouse in a slum of the outskirts of Windsor. The city is asleep, and the moonlight barely breaks through the cloudy sky, casting a dim glow on the deserter streets. Examine the building. The main door is locked, and the window on the first floor are boarded up. On the second floor, windows is ajar, but no light shines within. You don't have. What's your agility? 9. 5, 7, 3. Break through the door. Depends on the max intelligence of the party. Agility of the party. It says 6. Maybe we have to go over the 6. Yeah, I don't think we have anyone more intelligent. Oh, you have a 6. 3, 7. See, that says 7. This says 6. Let's climb through the window. You have a 9. Success. Using the rope they wisely brought along, the mercenaries hauled themselves through the open second floor window. Inside, the darkness is oppressive. The only sound is a loud snore echoing through the quiet square. Look for the equipment. The party makes its way to the storage rooms and begins searching. They don't find anything particularly valuable, but manage to gather some basic gear for men in a dangerous line of work. Only one person will care, which is the mercenary. What is your freaking I don't know what his mercy is 5. I feel like if everyone wants to leave, we're leaving. Guess that's valor. Not wanting to push their luck, the mercenaries return with whatever they managed to grab. All mercenaries' gear belong to the organization. You're free to shamelessly strip one character down to their underwear if it means better outfitting another. Items on the market tend to sell out. Stock is replenished weekly. The storage stores all equipment not currently used by active mercenaries. The equipment to equip or unequip. I did that. Double click, quickly sell. Or we can sell. Simply right click on it. A few notes on weapon stats. We won't explain the obvious, thank you. But attribute multipliers may need clarification. Strength and dex. The wielder's strength or dex is multiplied by this value and added to their attack. Okay. And the wielder's int is multiplied by this value and added to the power of their magical abilities. Endurance. A bonus pool of health points that replenish immediately after battle. Oh, okay. That's what the overlay, the little overlay is in battle. The percentages of incoming damage resistance, the percentage of incoming damage that is negated. Dex, the percentage by which dex is reduced when an item is equipped. Okay. Oh, level ups. But first, maybe they have to return first. But kind of make. Oh wait, bouncer. So we really didn't find anything. That's annoying. So we did. Let's do the level up. We did level. Level 2. This is the mercenary. Requires a shield for frontline defense or wide sweep. You're the cutthroat. Bloodletting. Reduce attack by 50, ignores defense, inflicts bleeding for 4 rounds. Strongest attack. Worthy right. Nope. Bloodletting. And the deserter. Cautious combat or aggressive combat. Cautious. Okay. To catch the uncatchable. The party arrives at the local guard post to get more details about the wanted man. One of the guards reluctantly shares that the thief has a history of stealing valuables from wealthy households. The items usually turn up later on the black market, but the source has never been traced. Ask about the poster. According to the guard, the local wealthy residents finally got tired of ransoming their family heirlooms. They joined forces and hired an artist to create posters featuring the thief's face. When asked where the image of such an elusive criminal came from, the guard admits he doesn't know. The irritated guard says no one has time to deal with the case right now. If the rich has enough money to pay some scribbler, they'll be better off hiring a private investigator or sponsoring the city guard. Fair. When the mercenaries claim they're private investigators, the guard gives them a scorned look. Still, he tells them how to find the head of House Black Marsh, who organized the other aristocrats for a joint effort. Go to the address. It's time to sort through the loot from the poorly guarded. Oh, for the poorly guarded warehouse. Get to it. Two short swords and a worn shield. The mercenaries brought back a few swords and a couple of old shields. It might not be the finest equipment, but even that could turn the tide of battle. Go to the address. Richard Blackmarsh is found at his estate. He even deigns to receive the uninvited guests in his office almost immediately. Apparently encouraged by the stated reason for their visit. After glancing over the group, the aristocrat frankly wrinkles his nose, but gestures for them to speak. When the mercenaries once again introduce themselves as private investigators, the reaction is somewhat more positive. Inquire about the stolen items. He eagerly describes the missing possessions, casually estimating the total loss of several hundred gold pieces. Asks about the thief's description. Blackmarsh Senior, sir. Blackmarsh Senior says he never saw the thief himself. His cousin Carwin was in charge of putting together putting together the description. Carwin is most likely working at the town chancery. But pay the guards. They're not doing the work. Go to the cousin. After saying goodbye to the aristocrat, the party leaves the estate. At the town chancery, the guards let the mercenaries in only reluctantly, and the official they're looking for seems quite busy, judging by the long line outside his office. Oh, that -12 sucks. We can do a -4 with you, though. Let's do wait your turn. Let's pause it really quickly. Okay, you were the refugee, sure. And the rest was this. Short sword, knife, short sword. Do you need a dagger. That counts as a dagger. This does not. Okay. Let's go back. Can I save it? Yes. Perfect. Let's go. After several long hours, the party finally makes it into Carmen's office. The official greets them with the bored looks and asks about the purpose of their visit. Oh crap, -2. That's annoying. You're a 1 now. You're a 3. You're a 4. 4. Explain yourself. Upon hearing the explanation, Carmen brightens up and invites the party to ask any questions relevant to their investigation. Inquire about the stolen items. Carmen provides an exhaustive list of what's missing. Noticing the mercenary's eyes glaze over, he transcribes everything onto paper and solemnly hands it to them. Asks for the description. Carvin Blackmarsh states that it wasn't he who gave the description to the artist, but his son-in-law, Hubert. The man is probably relaxing at his favorite tavern, the Boar and Peacock, just a few blocks away. Go to his brother-in-law. This is the good group. Leaving the bureaucrat, the party heads to the tavern. They find a man sitting at a private table in the company of a couple of overpainted women and a pile of empty bottles. Clearly intoxicated, Hubert tries to wave the mercenaries away, but instead drops his mug to the floor. While the drunkard searches under the table, the party quickly explains why they dare to interrogate his leisure time. Asks about the stolen items. He slurs a list of clearly exaggerated losses. After all, no matter how skillful a thief crook was, it was unlikely that he had stolen not just the family jewels, but also the tea sets of the aristocrat's late great-grandmother and the cabinet it was stored in. Ask about the description. Hubert declares that he never even met the artist in person. It must have been Richard Blackmarsh who gave the description, since he organized the whole thing. Return to the Blackmarsh. What? The party decided not to waste time on the drunkard. Irritation, that is fair. Mercy -3. Morale at the beginning of the combat +20. The party and returns to Richard. The aristocrat is outraged and tells the detective to speak directly to the artist and find out who gave the description. He also offers some unfiltered opinions about negligent fools who distract hardworking people with nonsense. The mercenaries leave the inhospitable manor. Go to the artist. After the specified location of the outskirts of the city, the party finds the artist's house. Like the rest of the neighborhood, the building has clearly seen better days. It appears that whatever the artist was was paid by, it appears that whatever the artist was paid by the rich, it wasn't enough to fix the roof. Go inside. The party finds the artist sorting through some jewelry. When he notices the armed visitors, he quickly sweeps the valuables into a bag, but not before the mercenaries spot a couple of items that match the descriptions of the stolen heirlooms. Noticing the sudden change in their expressions, the artist decides it's time to make a swift exit through the nearest window. Agility 5. Oh, it does say over. No, it doesn't. Oh, average ability of the party, not the highest person of the party. Okay, and is it? I'm going to say we need a 5. Let's see. 8, 4, 5, 4. Wait, 8. So we are at 5. Give chase. Yeah, because our average was 5. See, I don't know if the brackets is what we need or what we have. The party rushes outside after the fugitive. They quickly catch and subdue him, then return the weakly resisting man to the house and tie him to the chair. Interrogate. After a few persuasive arguments, the artist confesses. He's the thief named Crook, deciding to take extra money from the rich. He planted the idea of wanted posters on Black March Sr. via third party, paid some street artists to draw a random stranger, and then distributed copies. To sow confusion, he told each wealthy victim that someone else had supplied the description. When finished, he offers to share his earnings in exchange for his freedom. I shouldn't have took her. Shayna, at least we know. What is your... Yeah, you need at least a 5. I guess 5 is average. Yeah, refuse. I think that this is the loyalty. Oops. 63, 97, 60. You're at 50. The mercenaries firmly reject the offer and drag the thief to the guard post, taking the bag of loot as evidence. The familiar guard receives the prisoner and begrudgingly hands over the promised reward. After leaving the guard post, the party strolls back, discussing their recent ordeal. Absorbed in conversation, they almost miss Kirk slipping past. When questioned, the thief cheerfully explained that he paid a 50-piece gold fine for disturbing the peace, and is now a law-abiding citizen. Then he vanishes. That's funny. Then he vanishes into the nearest alley. Utterly demoralized, the mercenaries return in silence. A few words about stats. We don't need stuff, anything. I think I read this one. Oh crap, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, I did do that. Day 4, week 1, we're at 80. Oh, you guys leveled. You may leave soon. How long does this last? Attack twice. Attack the enemy's front line first. No, double shot. Let's do double shot. Rolf is the priest. Doesn't attack. Plus when the burn. Plus when the party morale every turn. It can be used once per battle. Leader. No, that's the inspiring song. And Robert. Mass destruction, damage to all enemy targets. Implosion deals damage to the target with the most health, equal to 50% of its current. That's the implosion. Okay. Let's go. Moments later, escort license. Moments later, Louise bursts into the tavern, beaming with joy, and rushes straight to Ben. According to the information trader, He managed to catch wind of a golden opportunity, one that promises a hefty profit. Hear out. The Merchant Guild is looking for armed specialists to escort a large caravan from the capital. Normally, they would be handled by contract members of the city guard, but the contract was recently canceled by decree of Lord Vicery Cunningham. Whether the ruler needed his men elsewhere or the merchants fell into disfavor is unknown. The important part is that a high-paying niche has just opened up. All that remains is to obtain a license to conduct such activities. Fortunately, Louise has a contact in the city chancery who agreed to review Ben's application out of turn. Naturally, the right qualifications and a proper sum of gold, of course, were enough to get the license approved. All that's left is Ben's signature, and his people can officially take on a cushy and profitable job. Sign. As soon as Ben lifts his quill from the document, Louise snatches the poor paper from his hands and bolts for the tavern door, shouting that competitors must have the same idea. With a final request that Ben prepare a capable team to escort the caravan, the information trader vanishes through the doorway. Okay. That makes sense. Let's pause that. Let's go in. Doop doop. Do I wanna staff? No. I do have another worn shield. Sure. Okay. How many people has to be there? Not on the map yet. Louis, not Louise. Huh. I want to see how long these people last. Let's do. I feel like I need the front line for sure. You're two-handed. We can take out this freaking garment. What about this? Agility goes down, strength goes down. No, it's not for you. Who has? I don't know why I thought I had a really nice shield I gave to somebody. I guess not. I did give you mail gauntlets. I want to take those off. I'm gonna give you iron. And I'm gonna swap that. And I'm gonna give these to you. I'm actually fine with that. Am I? 8% agility penalty. Deserter. Let's give it to you then. Next. Dress, boots, and sandals. Refugee. Let's give you kind of want to give you sandals, but let's give you boots. And then the peasant, we're going to give you... What are you wearing? Oh, you have something way better. Reinforced. You have an axe. So... hide or chain? Not... maybe quilted. Quilted. Sock. Hide. Barbarian. Chainmail. 1, 2. Let's do chainmail. You look great. The priest. Pants. Literally nothing here. Nothing. Oh, wait. There. Oh, this is better, but I'm not giving you barbarian pants. Leather pants, fur. Are you, there we go. Let's end at 40. So let's do the mage. Let's give you... oh, I want the blue. I feel like you need to stay in the sandals. Let's do this. Okay. Save this. Then you... whatever you have going on. 25. Yeah, I'm not buying anything else. There's that time. Do you charge for this? I wish it showed when it was going to happen. Oh wait, was that it? A mage wedding. The mage community is preparing for a joyous occasion, the wedding of 2 of its members. The celebration is to take place in the village of Mills, just a few hours ride from the capital. The mages are seeking a group of capable fighters to guard the event. I'm taking the level 1s for sure. Then to make sure they don't freaking die, we're gonna take you. Oh. And then the mage. Oh, and the priest. I always take the priest. So the other guys can level. Attack, one-handed, two-handed. What do you guys use? I know you use a dagger. And a short sword. Okay, that works. All right, let's go. Upon arrival, the party finds preparations for the ceremony in full swing. The riverside settlement is decorated with colorful ribbons and flowers. The local elder, wearing wearing a visibly relieved expression, offers the mercenary a chance to rest before the event. We're resting. The party follows the elder's advice and spends a couple of hours at his home, regaining their strength. Eventually, his daughter enters the room where the mercenaries are resting and informs them that the celebration is about to begin. Liveliness. That's cool. Proceed with the task. The party heads to a house on the opposite shore where a number of guests have already gathered in the courtyard. The elder, visibly nervous, asks the mercenaries to station themselves at the entrance to keep an eye on the proceedings to prevent any misunderstandings. Of course, the celebration is far from the scale of a public sermon or an execution, but there are clearly more attendees than the village could house, and more guests keeps arriving, all passing under the mercenaries' watchful gaze. Most are dressed appropriately, though clearly, but certainly not lavishly. Hearing the officiating priest announce the arrival of the newlyweds, the mercenaries turn their attention to the couple. An elderly pair, decent looking and adorned with floral wreaths, stands smiling beside a minister of the one. After taking in the scene, the parties return to their duties. The celebration is loud, but the guests behave with surprising calm. This may be due to the near total absence of young people and the near total absence of alcohol. That's cool. Growing bored with waiting for something to happen, the mercenaries spot a small procession. About a dozen people, young peasants by the look of them, approaching from the bridge, armed with sticks and pitchforks. They slow as they approach the entrance, eyeing the mercenaries with confusion. Ask what they need. One of the larger peasants step forward and declare they've come to pay their respects to the guest of meal. Huh. Okay, you are the huh. So the mage doesn't want him to go, or the apostle, so don't let him pass. Rightly noting that the newcomers are not only inappropriately dressed for the occasion, but also armed, the mercenaries continue to block the peasants' way. The leader of the guests declare with a grim look on their face that they will get in anyway. They will get in anyway by force if necessary. Hmm. Actions all but two. Okay, so you are at 69. Oh no, not you. You're doing words. And a -2 from the interesting. Yeah, that's fine. And then also fine. On explain their wrongfulness with weight. Success wait. Wait. Maximum charisma of the party, 6. Oh, that's not good. 6. 2, 8, 3, 5, 4, 6. So, 8, 15, 16, yeah, that's not happening. Let's try it. Oh, we succeeded. Okay. Casting a pointed look at the peasants, the mercenary, barely suppressing laughter, begins to explain. Even if the troublemaker somehow managed to break through the trained warriors, inside await several dozen spellcasters. At best, they'll fry the uninvited guests to a crisp. At worst, there wouldn't even be ashes left to bury. The now visibly pale peasants retreat with grumbles, muttering something about damned city folk. Continue. Laughing at the bizarre encounter, the party returned to their duties. Dusk began to fall, and the feast gradually dies down, and the guests start to leave, just as the mercenaries are about to head to the elder for their promised payment. Having given up hope on anything noteworthy happening, they hear a muffled explosion from the direction of the house. Rushing to the scene, the party bursts into the building and finds the elder, his face twisted with worrying, tending to the bodies of the newlyweds. A massive hole with charred edges gapes in the wall of the building. Find out what happened. Nervously glancing around, the elder explains in a dazed voice that one of the guests apparently went mad from unrequited love for the bride. The man had sat quietly through the ceremony, then challenged the groom to a duel for the lady's hand. When the groom predictably refused, the jilted guest exploded with rage, literally. After launching an attack, he blasted through the wall and fled towards the village. The elder pleads with the mercenaries to stop the mad sorcerer before he causes more harm. That would be cool, but Shannon's gonna leave. I could do this, but this is our good, kind of a mixed bag. -6. What are I really don't want him to leave. He's the main one I'm worried about. 63. So let's agree. Wait, if we wait, what? So even if, so no matter what, he goes down. So you can do agree with a -4, refuse with a -28, or demand an increase with a -6. 2 people like that. 3, 2, -8. Let's do demand an increase. The desperate elder rapidly agrees to double the initial payment for the contract. Wasting no time, the cheerful mercenary set off in the direction of the settlement. Go across the... Yeah, right. 77, 57. Huh. Go across the bridge. Riling their weapons and boots, the party runs towards the bridge. As they cross the river, the mercenaries see the roof of the house light up with a flash for a moment. Another explosion sounds from deep within the settlement, followed by screams. Rush there. Upon reaching the source of the noise, the party sees a dilapidated house engulfed in flames, with the bodies of several peasants lying in front of it. The silhouette of a man is leaning over them. He clenches his head and howls unintelligibly about the unfairness of the world and his own fate approach. The man suddenly falls silent and turns to the party, revealing to the dim moonlight his face contorted with malice. The mercenaries barely have time to scatter in the different directions before a huge fireball hits the spot where the group has just been standing. The madman doesn't seem to be in the mood for negotiations. All right, ambush. Okay, that's fine. But while we do that, let's do inspiring song. Actually, you're going to. It's only one target. Let's just attack. Implosion. So this is bringing our mana down. Let's do that implosion first, then find weakness. Attack. Double shot. Mage. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow. -3 health. After dealing with the sorcerer, the party returns to the elder to finally receive their payment. An alarming bell is ringing in the settlement, and the locals are trying to put out the fires. The mercenaries take their hard-earned money and hurriedly leave Mills, hoping never to return here again. Oh, we got 50. Let's do regular. Oh, let's pause it. We have a level. You're still not leveled up. This is our peasant, so we can do passive defense. Doesn't attack, resistance plus 50, morale -5 a turn. Requires a shield though. Just cause. Restores morale in proportion to the damage dealt. Sure. Continue. All right. Training done. Tavern. We're at 98. Want to deal with this level 1 person. You, the refugee. Liveliness, severe injury. Injury. When did you get a severe injury? How does this resting thing work? Okay. I might as well do something. We have expenses plan 26. Contracts duration. Wait, how long is our contracts duration? -14 for, oh wow. Forex. Oh, we can increase our mercenaries. I'd rather contracts right now. Oh, wait, can we not get this? I don't think we can. That's fine. Never mind. I used to have this up. Oh my god. I said I was dealing with you. Hugh. I would rather give you a better shield, maybe. Could give you a mace. Get the mace. How much is the shield? Yeah, let's get the shield. Give you the mace. Who do I want to give the... Might as well. Okay. Deserter. If I give you this minus, nope. Okay. Now let's continue. Windsor, the Black Swan. Rumor has it that one of the capital's aristocrats is missing his favorite pet, an incredibly beautiful black swan. The wealthy man is prepared to pay a generous sum to anyone who returns his beloved animal. According to Louise, an illegal auction is about to be held in Windsor, and one of the lots listed is as a mythical bird. On the off chance that this isn't just a coincidence, it's worth checking out. All right, level 1. What's your percentage? Yeah, you're fine. I'm also bringing you, mainly because you have int 6. Oh, I guess 6 may be average. I don't know. Let's bring you. And then do I want the deserter? 4-4. Thinking lawfulness. So 4. You're at 8. 6. Let's do this. The party arrives at one of the most notorious places in Windsor. Excuse me, the Beer Rat Tavern. After giving the code phrase provided by Louise in the tavern's owner, to the tavern's owner, who personally greets potential buyers on the day of the auction, the mercenaries receive wooden masks to conceal their identities and make their way inside. Surprisingly polite guards escort the party to a staircase leading down beneath the tavern. Overcoming their unease about being cornered, the mercenaries descend into a spacious hall filled with a variety of people, all wearing the same kind of wooden mask to conceal their faces. At the far end of the room stands a well-lit stage, currently empty. Wait. There are plenty of armed individuals among the guests besides the party, but the evenly spaced guards along the walls far outnumber them. If any lunatics were to cause trouble here, it clearly wouldn't end well for them. After a while, a distinguished-looking man without a mask steps into the stage. At his gesture, the chatter in the hall finally dies down. The man on stage introduces himself as the auctioneer and delivers a long, tedious speech about the event's rules. The mercenaries don't even try to grasp the nuances of his words. They didn't come here to spend gold, but to earn it. Finally, to scattered applause from the audience, the auction is declared open. Observe what's happening. As the auctioneer presents increasingly interesting lots, the party members gradually begin to regret their inability to participate in the bidding. Expensive wines, thoroughbred horses, enchanted weapons and armor, exotic dancers of both sexes from the southeast. Almost everything shown to the audience is wow, they're selling people. Okay, it's eventually sold. Much of it for some the mercenaries couldn't even have imagined. Continue observing. At last, the torment of the envy comes to an end. The host announces the final and most important lot. The mythical black swan from the Hall of Night, the former pet of the patron deity of a nomadic people, slain by the One. Hearing this absurd presentation, the mercenaries begin to doubt not only the authenticity of this lot, but of every previous one, and perhaps even the sanity of the crowd. The audience, however, erupts in exciting bidding over their unfortunate bird. Wait for the outcome. In the end, the swan is purchased by a staggering 1,500 gold coins by an enormously fat man surrounded by personal guards. Rubbing his sharp fingers together, I should have brought the mage. The delighted buyer eagerly tells his neighbors about the incredible dish his wife will prepare using the swan. Amazed by how much money some people have and how little sense, the party leaves the tavern. It's a shame they won't be able to attend the after party promised by the host. Settling down near the building, the mercenaries begin planning their next move. It's a risky move, but the bird could be taken by force. The key is choosing the right moment to strike. There's another option, trying to acquire a different black swan. It's hard to say which approach would prove more challenging. Brute force. 55, 77. Let's use cunning. Deciding that the risk of being slain in battle for the sake of some black chicken isn't worth it, the mercenaries head to the markets in hope of finding a suitable replacement for the soon-to-be-eaten pet. That's not going to happen. But oh well. The market is easily deserted, but the bird's vendor shop is still open. Surprise! Oh crap! Surprised by the particular request, the mercenary regretfully informs the party that he has no black swans in stock. However, he offers a far more useful alternative, an enormous goose, which may yield far more feathers and meat. See the goose. The goose turns out to be truly gigantic, with its head reaching above the merchant's waist, a fact it demonstrates by promptly biting the merchant's belly as he opens the cage for the demonstration. Hissing in anger, the unfortunate man gives the bird a couple of firm swats before locking his cage again. The menacing hiss echoes from within. Inquire about the price. It's willing to part with the feathered monstrosity for a modest sum of 15. Charisma 7. 7, 2, 5, 6. Oh, that's not happening. Of all your party. 14, 20. Let's try it. Oh, how did that succeed? After some visibly internal struggle, the merchant agrees to lower the price to 10. Beaming with satisfaction, the merchant counts the money before handing the party the cage with the bird. Once they leave the premises, he slams the door shut with a deafening crack. The next stage of the mercenaries' plan goes off without much trouble. While one party distracts the owner of a nearby grocery store with chatter, another snatches a jar of ink from the counter. Without buying anything, the party leaves the store, leaving a frustrated shopkeeper behind. The next step, making the bird look more like the original. After securing a bucket of water and finding a secluded, well, we're going to get attacked. Either way, a secluded alley, the mercenaries gather around the cage. How hard could it be to take one goose and dye its feather with diluted ink? As soon as one of them opened the cage... Lacerations. Wow. Rate of health recovery minus 50. The cage bird, of course it's you, lashes onto his hand with a vice-like grip. Working together, the party barely manages to pry the creature off their comrade, but the struggle is far from over. We're continuing. After half an hour of swearing, hissing, and screams of pain, the now blackened goose is back in his cage, bandaging the wounds sustained in battle. The mercenary waits for the cover of deep night to complete their task. Go to the client, he's gonna know. Naturally, the aristocrat is sound asleep, but the night watchman who answers the door agrees to wake the steward for his urgent matter. After explaining to the sleepy old man that they've recovered the missing pet and are ready to return it for the promised reward, the mercenaries exchange the cage for a hefty pouch of gold and then make a hasty retreat. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah. Oh, finally. That's gonna come back to bite us, maybe. Hit and run or cautious. Okay. Caution. No idea, so I have no idea what that does. But say defense bonus though. Uh, Hit and run. And then Shayna. Heavy hand or weak link. Leaves the fight. The rest. Wait, what? A weak link? The character leaves the fight. The rest of the party gets pressed. Oh, that's cool. So sometimes she can leave early in battle. But heavy hand. Shayna blind Sanford. Oh, where did that come from? Malachi. I don't think that was always there. No idea. Oh, we got 88. Hmm. There we go. Oh, a hard and a very hard. Pest control hard. Request has been made to exterminate the beast disturbing the region's peace. Then there's a very hard. What's the difference? We're doing very hard though. Okay, first, Malachi. Shayna. Rough. Robert. Hmm. Clifford. And Heroin. We're about to level. And I deal with the hard one later, if it's still there, but let's see. No. Keep the change. Thanks, boss. Always a pleasure doing business with you. Oh wait, did I? You could say it's going, but no buts. Make a copper, make a gold. Besides, even if it's not much, at least we don't have to get our hands too dirty. Yeah, sure. We roughed up a couple of faces, but all the heat is on Urza's guild. It mistook us for Urza's men. Can you believe it, Ben? How lucky are we? Yeah, lucky indeed. Keep the change. What's happening? Was that from the swan thing? Real lucky. Mercenaries arrived at the suspected location of the Pieces lair. Proceed with the search. First. Who's there again? Let's just go. Proceed with the search. After several hours of wandering through the woods, the party stumbles upon a lonely house hidden in the thicket. Inside, a kindly old woman offers fortune-telling services. Crystallized manna or simply a bit of rest. Learn your fate. Oddly enough, oh my god. Oh, experience gained. Never mind. The fortune teller doesn't foresee any imminent death or eternal celibacy for any party member. Satisfied with her predictions, the mercenaries weigh their next step. Why would I quit my search? Continue. The long search is gained unsuccessful. Unexhausted, the mercenaries ponder their next move. Continue? Oh wait, what level are you? 60, 50. I'm fine with that. Continue. It did say very hard. Ben's latest attempt to drown himself in a mug of booze is interrupted by Louise, who sits down next to him at the bar. The information trader tells him he's being contacted by a representative of an insurance company that has a problem with Urza's guild. The man is willing to pay for arranging ensured events for Ben's enemy, and Louise already had a suitable agent in mind. The only catch, she'll have to pay up front. Nah. Figuring it wouldn't be wise to squander his already meager finances on such trivial matters, Ben shakes his head. Louise shrugs and goes back to business. Oh my god. I see why it's very hard. One more. Last one. The lair is found. All that remains is to destroy the creature and finish the job. Thank you. Oh my god. Oh boy. Okay. Inspiring song. I'm doing shield bash. You're doing double shot. You're gonna do, let's do implosion. I wish we could pick one. Wide sweep. And then nah. Morale 168. I'm fine with it. They were attacking. Attack. Alright. Stop you to attacking. There you go. Now let's go to regular attacking. Oh, wait. Oh, man. I need you gone. Thank you. And I need you stunned. Please don't attack him. Son of a... That was my strongest one. Should have had him flee, but it's fine. I should have had him flee. Having slain the last beast, the mercenaries catch their breath and with a sense of duty fulfilled, returns. Level? Stoic or less stoic? Rough Bane, okay. Robert, intelligent, no. If odds outnumber, verbal counting. Robert smokes. Wow. 115 though. To the tavern. I need someone pairing. I guess we're getting the mercenary. Ooh, duelist. Nope. Oh no. Oh, but it's worth it. May be worth it. Let's get the duelist. Duelist. Oh wait, crap. Longsword. Interesting. Do I get my stuff back from? Oh, he died, and we don't get our stuff back since he died. That's annoying. Do. Let's do, all right, alloy. Do. Crit chance must be in the first row. Rivals. Composure. cruelty. Let's deal with this one. And you're about the level, but let's get Hugh. Shayna. Let's do that. So, I may regret that in a bit. Wanna wait for halfway. All right, nothing else popped up, so let's go to the bouncer and then I don't want any of this actually. Discipline, I guess. And then wait, I don't understand how this works. Or maybe it goes to what they need best. See, I'm confused. I have no idea. Let's go. The party arrives at the venue. A two-story wait, what was this? This is the same thing. The party arrives at the venue, a two-story brothel near the heart of the capital. A pair of eloquently dressed women at the entrance. Upon learning of the mercenaries' purpose, greet them warmly and escort them inside. Before long, the local manager, who also happens to be the event's organizer, approaches. Listen to the instructions. Irritation, of course. After giving the newcomers a scrutinizing look, the woman nods in satisfaction and begins explaining. The hostess delivers a long and tedious rundowns on the group's responsibilities to prevent disturbances during the party, resolve conflicts if needed, and avoid bothering the guests unnecessarily. Glancing once more at the mercenaries, she adds that they must not be rude or start any fights under any circumstances. Oh, this is the wrong group. Finally, the ordeal ends and the group takes up position to the grand party hall. At first, the mercenaries simply admired the attire of the arriving guests and the local staff. Interestingly, the former has often dressed more extravagantly than the latter. Still, identifying them is easy, thanks to the ornate mask covering their faces. As more and more people flood into the room, the rising cacophony of voices, laughter, and music makes it harder for the mercenaries to even hear their own thoughts. In one corner of the hall, raised voices echo, not festive but tense. Two guests stand nearly nose to nose, surrounded by onlookers, ignoring a frightened attendant's attempts to calm them. It seems they're arguing over who will dance with a certain lady. The hostess is nowhere in sight, and someone must intervene before things escalate. That's funny. Ooh, 27. Strength. 7. 7. 6. 7. I guess we're calming them down. Charisma. 6. 6. 4. 7. No matter how the mercenaries try to appeal to reason, the troublemakers wave off some servants who simply think they cannot give orders and return to their argument. It seems that alcohol and inflated egos have ruled out the possibility of resolving the dispute peacefully. Threatened. The mercenaries explain to the troublemaker that if they do not calm down, an unfortunate accident might befall them. Intimidated, the unruly guests retreat to opposite corners of the hall. Gradually, more guests grow tired of dancing and settle at the numerous tables with the establishment's attendants. The musicians shift to more relaxed tunes, and the buzz in the hall noticeably quiets. This new calm allows the mercenaries to hear raised voices coming from near the entrance. Oh, you guys are killing me. 40, 60, 70. Bro, I just hired you. $20? Investigate. I don't care. Outside, the mercenaries are met with an unpleasant sight. A group of scruffily dressed individuals wearing crude wooden masks have surrounded one of the establishment's attendants. Trembling with fear, the girls try to explain to the strangers that the invitation is required to enter. Spotting the approaching backup, she pleads with the party to drive away the unwanted guests. Remove them. After some arguing, the uninvited guests finally leave. A frightened girl sincerely thanks the mercenaries before they return to their posts. Finally, the hostess informed the group that the party will now transition into a private event, and their servants are no longer required. The establishment's workers began escorting guests upstairs. After receiving a curt thank you and a modest sum of gold, they exit the building. I don't trust this. Know what? Nah, return. Immediately imagining the fun the wealthy are about to enjoy, the mercenaries begin the journey back. She's about to leave. Edelin. The alley cutthroat. Weak link for you. Cause you're at minus 27. No. Nope, deadbeat. Ooh. Let's do. Oh, you guys are still going strong. 86. 30. How do you? Let's do a longbow, I guess. And I don't. One more thing. How much is this? All right. I don't trust you at all. Let's go back and then let's see what pops up. The search of a healer. Rumors have spread throughout the province that his eminence, the cardinal of the Church of One, has fallen ill with an unknown ailment. Although no official statements have confirmed this, the clergy's efforts to find a skilled healer speaks volumes. The healer is not here. I have to wait. How long is that gonna last? 60. Come on. Discipline 1. Let's do that. Is that everybody? I'm not a fan. Son of a gun. I have no idea. That should be tagged a little better. Let's go. Healer. Alloway. Clifford. 5, 8, and 6. I'm looking at from agility, the agility and charisma. 3, 8, and 6. 5, 6, and 6. Let's do Let's do turn 1. 3, 3. Wow, you bring it down. What about you? 5. Let's do Hugh. The party arrives at His Eminence's residence to clarify a few details. The mercenaries are allowed into the inner courtyard where an open service is currently underway. However, when they attempt to approach the cardinal's chambers, 2 fully armed knights roughly block their path. With language far from knightly, the guards inform the party that filthy rabble like them have no business speaking with His Eminence. Forced to retreat, the mercenaries turn their attention to the clergy members bustling about nearby and ask for details. The monk refuses to divulge the specifics of the situation to strangers. However, he does mention that if the party can deliver a skilled healer, the church will generously reward their efforts. The monk emphasizing that the healer must be a righteous person. Please be righteous. 6 and 9. Of course, 9 is the main thing I'm looking for. Claim to be healers. The party boldly declaims that the church is in luck, as among them is a skilled and righteous healer capable of pulling people back from the brink of death. After skeptically inspecting the supposed healer, the monk hesitates, but eventually motions for the group to follow them. The knight reluctantly steps aside, allowing the guests to pass into the heart of the cardinal's residence. As they follow the monk, the mercenaries struggle to resist pausing to admire the immense wealth surrounding them. It's no surprise that the security of the entrance was so tight, and it's likely not the only defense protecting the cardinal. Even so, the temptation is strong. Follow the guide. Finally, the mercenaries find themselves standing before a massively intricate carved door leading to the cardinal's chambers. At a quiet knock from the monk, another armored knight peeks out from behind the door. Recognizing the guide, the knight opens it wider, motioning for the visitors to enter. In the middle of a room filled with luxurious furniture on a royal-sized bed, lie what at first appears to be what appears to the mercenaries to be a shrouded, withered corpse. Only when the cardinal turns his head towards the guests do they realize that he is still alive. After hearing the monk's explanation, the old man faintly nods in acknowledgement, responding to the guide's inviting gesture. The party steps closer. The cardinal's emaciated appearance starkly contrasts with his sharp, piercing gaze as he studies the adventurers. Whatever ailment has afflicted the holy man, it has clearly spared his mind. Asks about the illness. The cardinal explains that his chest and loins are consumed by an unquenchable internal fire. The fever prevents him from finding solace in sleep or focusing on his prayer for the one. The affliction began shortly after he attended an important event in the capital. Clarify. Oh. Frowning slightly, His Eminence nevertheless clarifies that the event was the masquerade ball organized by the Flowers. Seeing the party's surprised expression, the Cardinal explains that its purpose at such a gathering of sinners was to guide at least some of them towards the righteous path. To ensure the audience took him as one of their own, the Cardinal had to fully partake in their activities. What wouldn't what wouldn't one do for a noble cause? Wow. Give advice. After hearing the suggestion to drink more wine and receive a promise to pray for his recovery, the old man sighs deeply and orders the guards to escort the charlatans out of his sight. Recognizing the overwhelming numbers and superior... Yeah, I wasn't... Nah. Recognize the overwhelming numbers and superior weaponry of the knights surrounding them, the mercenaries decide not to resist as they are led out of His Eminence's residence. It seems earning money from this task was a lost cause anyway. However, the information they gather might prove more valuable than the cardinal's attitude. That is fair. Upon hearing how the cardinal of the church of the one God contracted his illness, Louise begins pacing nervously around the tavern hall. According to him, certain people would pay a hefty sum for such information, and the church might be willing to pay even more to ensure those people never receive it. Stopping in front of Ben, the information broker fixes him with an intense stare. Demand payment from the church. 75. After giving the order, Ben endures several hours of agonizing waiting while Louise heads off to negotiate. Finally, the information broker returns, smiling wider than usual and carrying a hefty bag of gold. 75 gold. Okay. Our deserter, Stoic, Serpent Clark, and our duelist. Doesn't retreat from a fight. Does not attack when receiving a melee, strikes back with let's do pairing. Alright, now alright, you. Plate. What are you wearing? You're wearing chainmail. Let's do mail. And I don't think you have. Oh, you can use gloves, wraps, plate. You're getting wraps. Our priest. Yeah, you're not getting any of that for now. And then soon you're using the sock. Nah. All right, let's upgrade some shields. Our deserter. One more. Oh, nope, out of stock now. Do you not have? Wow, Hugh, you've been doing wonderful, my guy. Kasak are. Let's do the quilted. Okay. Save it. Continue. Another pleasant evening spent in the company of a decent bottle of booze is spoiled by the sudden appearance of the ever-grinning Louise. The information trader flashes his teeth in that same irritating smirk, announcing that he's got great news. He's got news so good it'll make Ben dance with joy. Thanks to some reliable sources, Louise has learned that the Urs family mausoleum located on the grounds of the looted estate remains untouched, and likely any ancestral tomb of the nobility is likely stuffed not only with old bones, but with fairly heirlooms as well. The area around the main manor is guarded by the executioners, who are currently investigating the recent events, so no looter in their right mind would dare attempt such madness, but they lack the resolve and the motive. Make no mistake, this is a high-risk job. If it fails, there'll be such an uproar that the second attempt would be out of the question. Not to mention the attention it would draw from one of the most powerful organizations in the Providence. But with Ben's people under his careful guidance, they just might have what it takes to pull off one more step towards long-awaited revenge. Ask for details. Now genuinely interested, Ben asks a few pointed questions. Louise claims that despite the official investigation, the executioners seem far more focused on keeping an eye on Urs himself than on guarding the site of uncovering the truth about what happened. It seems the royal executioners are leaning a bit too heavily on their reputation. As for why the heir hasn't yet claimed his family valuables, Louis doesn't have a clear answer. Most likely, he's planning to rebuild the ancestral nest once this whole investigation business is over. Credit where it's due. This time, Louise actually brought some damn good news, even if Ben is a little too old now to break into dance. Oh. The time has come for revenge and a big payday. Though the Earth's estate has stood abandoned since the manor has burned down, the surrounding area may still be under surveillance by the Arbiters, who are rumored to be investigating the incident. The operation must take place at night to minimize the risk of being seen. Ben will personally lead the mission, to ensure its success. If everything goes according to plan, the money gained will be enough to take the organization to the next level, making it worth committing all available resources to the cause. Before I do that, oh no, oh crap! I gotta go up. That's on me. I should have knew that. Increase the health recovery during rest to 20 per day. 32. Weekly contracts 3. Sure. This is what I care about right now. No, not that one. This one. All right, let's end that here. 30. Okay, let's go. First, our priest. Our mage. Alloway. Shayna. Talwyn. And Hugh. Okay. Let's go. I just want to get halfway really quick. Are you kidding me? That's about right, Edelwyn. I just paid for you. Oh, traveling magician. A minstrel. Another mage, though. A bouncer. Dirty combat. Traveling magician. Let's do the magician. Let's... Crap. This two-handed. Nah, I don't really want to give you that anyway. Oh, wow. Oh, that's fine. Okay. We have a underground fight. Louise has uncovered to the 6. I just did not realize that was there. About a not so legal spectacle meant for a high ranking guest. Bloody fights to the death of generous payouts. I'm going to wait. And that friggin' pest control thing. Okay. Save it. A group of mercenaries led by Ben. What is this? I'm confused. Arrives at the Earth's estate. As expected, the surroundings are eerily quiet, and the cloudy night sky seems to promise that whatever happens tonight will remain hidden from the truth of lies. Head to the mausoleum. Moving carefully, the party makes their way through what was once a lush garden. The fire that spread from the manor during the attack has left the trees twisted and blackened, their claw-like branches reaching towards the uninvited guests. In the center of the scorched field stands the family crypt, in solemn presence only adding to the eerie atmosphere. After struggling with the iron doors locked for a while, the mercenaries finally descend into the depths of the mausoleum. A long corridor with numerous side passages stretches before them, ending at a massive stone door. A quick search for the side chamber reveals nothing but rows of stone coffins. Examine the door. The surface of the stone barrier is covered in the intricate carvings, though time has worn away much of the detail. After admiring the craftsmanship for a moment, the party begins searching for a locking mechanism. Strangely, they find none, meaning they'll have to force their way through using the mining tools they wisely brought along. What is that? Agility -2. After hours of monotonous pickaxe striking, the ancient work of art finally gives in. A large chunk of the door collapses inward with a thunderous clash, revealing a small chamber beyond. At its center stands something resembling an altar, its stone surface draped in a half-decayed crimson cloth. Resting atop it, gleaming in the flickering torchlight, is an enormous golden chalice. Inspect the chamber. Aside from the fairly heirloom, the room contains several locked chests. When the first one is pried open, the mercenaries can barely contain their triumphant shouts. It's filled to the brim with coins. Take the loot. Ooh, take the loot. When the reward is worth the effort, even hard labor comes easy, especially when it involves cracking open a few chests. One by one, the mercenaries' bags fills with coins, while the former vaults of house earths are left empty. Ben, glancing at the growing wealth of the organization, carefully examines the relic in his hands. Several red gemstones are embedded in the cup's walls, and the Earth's family crest is engraved at the bottom. It's unlikely such a distinctive item could be sold discreetly, even at the black market. Ben considers that it would be far more humiliating for his enemy if the fairly heirloom was simply used for its intended purpose. Wow. Whether as a wine goblet, a paperweight, or even a chamber pot. Ben's musings are interrupted by the mercenaries. The party has finished gathering their spoils and is ready to head back. Leave. Cheerfully chatting, the mercenaries make their way to the exit. Outside, the night greets them with a raging storm. Their spirits dip at the thought of a long journey through the downpour, but their bags are overflowing with gold, more than make up for the hardship. After some time traveling through the forest, the mercenaries spot a flickering light in the distance between the trees, but there is no campfire from late-night poachers. It's a wildfire, apparently sparked by a lightning-struck tree. A party member climbs a taller tree and sees a vast wall of flames ahead. Find a detour, break through directly. We're doing a detour. You're all at 100. Yeah, find a detour. Changing course abruptly. Come on, fatigue. The party expends a great deal of effort trying to outrun the raging inferno. After an hour of breathless effort, they finally reach the road to Venzor. Continue. Cursing the storm that has turned the road into a river of mud, the mercenaries are forced to travel through the forest alongside it. The downpour, darkness, and the tall grass obscure their surroundings until one of them suddenly vanishes with a startled cry. Rushing forward, the party finds their comrade impaled on spikes at the bottom of a pit, cruelly dug by some scoundrel. The wound is severe, but not immediately life-threatening. Is that the mage? No, that's the peasant. From then on, the party moves with far greater caution, bracing for further misfortunes. Their vigilance pays off when they spot a group of figures hiding in the undergrowth near the road. Try to avoid. Agility 4. 8, 0, 4. Why are you 0? Oh, you're leveled. 8, 0, 4, 5, 3. That's 20. 6. Try to avoid. Come on. Deciding not to tempt fate, the mercenaries changed directions, attempting to circumvent the strangers. Unfortunately, their foes proved attentive enough, and within moments, armed figures sprang from their ambush, charging towards the party. Defend yourself. Wait, one fight, one cutthroat, rogue, archer, rogue. So 2 rogues, 1 cutthroat, and a archer. Okay. First, double shot. Attack. Find weakness. Parrying stats, depending on if anyone actually hits. Magic missile. You're attacking. Let's go. What? Are you kidding me? All right, that's not working. Strongest attack. That was worth it. Please don't. He's dead. A freaking mage. Expiring. What was that? That was weakness. Yeah. What's our morale? Hit and run. Let's see. Well, yeah, because you're going to give the morale back, so. You're fine. Perfect. For a freaking dagger. I'm so sorry, Smokes. You were the best of us. After dispatching the assailants, the mercenaries search the bodies but find no valuables or identifying marks. At dawn, the storm finally subsides, allowing the party a brief rest to dry their clothes. After several more hours of travel, they reach the walls of Windsor. At the gates, the wary mercenaries are stopped by the guards who question their reason for entering. Judging by their ragged appearance and large sacks, the group is mistaken for wandering pilgrims, and the guard demands a toll. Why would pilgrims have a toll? I'm not paying. Convinced that the guardsmen are simply trying to extort money from clueless travelers, Ben demands to speak with the city guard captain. Reluctantly, the guardsmen send for their superior, who soon arrives with a sour expression and the groggy look of a man rudely awakened from his slumber. The discussion escalates almost instantly into a shouting match when Ben accuses the greedy guards of robbing honest folk instead of hunting down real criminals. In response, the captain scoffs that the church has more gold than it could ever spend and questions whether Ben truly understands the meaning of greedy and honest. At last, Ben manages to convince the guardsmen that if they want their bribe, they should take it up with the church directly. Ordinary believers hardly have bottomless coffers. Spitting in arrogance, the captain finally orders the party to get out of his sight, and the exhausted mercenaries at last pass through the city gates. Oh, what was that? Irritation. As the mercenaries make their way to the tavern, a group of shady-looking individuals step out with one of the alleys to block their path. According to them, it's strictly forbidden to carry such large and clearly heavy bags through this particular alley. The violators, they say, must pay a fee that will supposedly go towards repairing the cobblestones. The bulls wreaked faces of the thugs, casting shadows across the alley, makes the story somewhat hard to believe. Oh, that -40 hits hard. Refuse. Frustrated by the endless roadblocks, the mercenaries rather harshly explain to the thugs that what will happen if they don't step aside. Unfortunately, their wary and travel-worn appearance does little to reinforce their threats. The bandits really cut the conversation short by charging forward with the weapons drawn. Oh, this is a lot. 2 cutthroats, 2 archers, a rogue, and a mage. My mage is freaking gone. You're attacking. Find weakness. Recklessness. Just cause. Double shot. Now you're gonna go to convenient target. Whoa, what was that? Oh, we're dying. We are dying. Yep. Oh my god. Yeah, your two are about to die. That wide swing. Oh, you're dead. Please hit him. Oh. Oh my god. So many people died. Tunic, dress, pouch. Okay. Free of yet another obstacle, the party hastily leaves the alley, wary of reinforcements arriving or worse, a city guard patrol. Upon finally reaching the taverns, the mercenaries are about to barge inside when Ben, leading the way, suddenly raises a hand to stop them. Finally, the burly man listens intently to the loud voices echoing from within. What? That was 1,000? I don't want to lose such a valuable asset. Please don't be Louise. I have something to say. But my mug's a bit empty, Sophia. Pour me a drink. Don't cry, Sophia. Rattles a bottle under the table sound. Ben was very useful. But it's not like he's gonna give up the heap he's hoarded on his own. How could we not help and give him a little push? Of course. There we go. Why the hell aren't you dead yet? You're supposed to be lying at the bottom of the ravine with your skull cracked open. But that can't be fixed. Boys, take them down. I don't want to look. Ooh. What are you waiting for, you fools? Before we begin, tell me what was your plan? To get rid of me and take all the money I saved up? And then pay off the debts? Cover the wages? Not much left after that, especially if you split it among everybody. But who's going to buy information from someone who betrayed their own buyer? Who's going to hire the men who killed their employer? Won't you want food and drink a month from now? Will you stop freezing in the winter? And did you warn the others that your cart, loaded with our goods, is already waiting in the yard? What are they going to do tomorrow when you run off? Take this too. A shame. A shame I won't get to see how you plan to sell off a noble family's heirloom. I'm done. So what was your plan again? We're supposed to you were going to double cross us? I'll cut out that filthy tongue of yours. Boys, why are you not listening to me? We'll have to get rid of the body. Find a new informant. Re-establish contacts. Not to mention, we need to restock on booze, which, by the way, you haven't paid for. Maybe we should get to work instead? Louise, come here. You slipped up. I understand. I don't want to lose such a valuable asset. You're very important to me. That's why I'll help you protect yourself from this mistake. So you'll never reach for money you haven't earned again. Oh, wow. Wow. I don't know what this means. I lost a lot of people, but we survived it. And we had 1,000 gold. Aw. Well, boys, interested in making some money. This one seems to be their leader. Looks like it. Do you know him? Nope, never seen him before. Master Earth, we've taken care of the remaining pretenders. Excellent. Oh, what is gonna... Obviously, this did not happen. The game still hasn't come out yet. However, I know that they just had a playtest done, and they released some stuff that they're gonna be changing, and there has been some updates. But this has been Blades for Hire. Decent story. I don't know why I thought we were gonna be the other guy. But this has been the demo for Blades for Hire. Is the demo still up, actually? Let's see. Because I'm not 100% sure. The demo is... I downloaded this demo a long time ago. A long time ago. I don't think it is. That's probably why this is still up there, because they probably would have changed that fall 2025 a long time ago. But when Steam Netflix happens, I add games, I download them, and eventually when I play them, then I uninstall. So I don't know how long this game has been on my how long I've had the game, but apparently for a while, because I don't see the demo. Let's see. I may be wrong. Oh no, it looks like it's still up. Yeah. think it is. Either way, yeah. They did have a play test. And they put some in priority. Do they have a date? Um, I don't think so. I still don't think they have a date. The playtest version is as playtest. But I think the playtest is over. So you can't get the access anymore. I wish I would have. Well, I actually wish I would have realized it, but I don't think we would have been able to. I don't think you can record the playtest. So this was a demo that I've had for a while. So either way, when did I download this actually? Can I see that? Do- uh, do, 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 do. Yeah, no idea. I have no idea when I added it. Looks like the playtest ended last month. Let's see. What is the actual? All right. Looks like some things have changed though. A couple of things actually. Let's see. Do they have anything? Let's see. Main priorities from the playtest seems to be uh manual target selection system. Auto battle will remain available. Cool. Great. I'm happy with that. Full version would include more ways to manage loyalty in and out of combat. Content increase more content across the board. Saving party presets. So you won't have to rebuild your entire party using every time you see them on a mission. That will be great. Loyalty, showing loyalty related stats during recruitment. More detailed tutorial and tool tips, and of course fixes. Now, did they do anything before that on things they may have? I don't see it. Okay, either way, this has been Blade for Hire. This who developed it? Double Tap. But you can still look it up on the Steam page. Thank you, everyone. I hope you had a fantastic time, and see you soon.